Hey there. Today I want to talk about the benefits of using a local lender when getting a mortgage on a home versus any old bank or credit union or even online source where you can get a mortgage. There are a lot of options right now, but my opinion is this. When you are investing in your first home or a second home or an investment property of some sort, this is a huge financial commitment, and you want to make sure that you have the best team possible on your side. So you've got a buyer's agent like myself, you have a reputable local lender if you're getting a mortgage on a home. You have your attorney, you have anybody that you bring into the transaction, and everyone represents you in your best interests. So when it comes to a mortgage, it's important that somebody take the time with you to explain how a mortgage works, to explain the variety of different mortgage products that there are out there. There's not only one or two choices, there are lots of different choices, and how one might benefit you more than the other. The other thing too is, and I know this was the case when I got my first mortgage, I appreciated when someone sat down with myself and my husband and really explained how this all worked. They went through all of the little details, answered the bazillion questions that we had, and they even had the software available to show us our credit report, to show us each individual credit card or student loan or debt that we had and how it affected us if we were to pay down $100 here, $200 there, $500 there, and how it would affect our credit score. And in turn affect our mortgage amount. So you're gonna wanna have someone who's gonna take the time and explain these things to you. What is debt to income ratio? What does that even mean? You want someone to sit down and tell you how that affects your ability to have a mortgage. How does your credit score affect you? How does it affect the interest rate that you might get or the particular loan product? So it's important to have that personal touch, that one-on-one meeting with your loan officer. The second thing is, in terms of personal touch, I don't know of a big bank out there that would hand out their personal cell phone numbers for you to call at night after hours or on weekends. The loan officers who I work with and I refer, they have their client's best interest in mind, just like me. They're giving out their personal cell phone numbers, their email addresses, they're answering questions after work at night, on weekends, if you're at open houses. Now, granted, I'm not saying to call them at 9, 10 o'clock at night and ask them a million questions that can wait until morning. But if it's a reasonable hour and you have a question, they're there for you. That is their job. I've heard some buyers say, oh, I don't want to bother them on the weekend. No. This is this is what they do. That they're available for your personal phone calls and texts and questions. So that's important as well. Having someone who's there for you at a reasonable hour throughout the week while you're out shopping for homes is really, really important. The third thing is, when you're submitting an offer on a house that you like, that you've decided you're going to move forward with an offer, you submit your pre-approval letter as well from that loan officer. Now it's going over to the seller and to the listing agent, along with possibly many other offers on the home. Is our offer going to stand out? Having a reputable local lender do your pre-approval looks very favorable, more so than a lender that nobody's heard of, maybe an out-of-state lender that we're not familiar with here in New York, or even an online source. Sometimes, depending on the seller and depending on the listing agent receiving the offer, they're going to associate, what they've heard about the particular lender with our offer. So why not give them something positive? Maybe they've heard of the local lender. Maybe they've even heard of the loan officer and what great work they do. So we want to set ourselves up for as success and in the best way possible. So having a reputable local lender represent you is just as important as having a really good buyer's agent. So that's my 2 cents. If you have any questions for me, I'm always here. Please reach out.